Don't get up.
The acting president of the United States.
That's right.
Hola. Buenos dias. Me llamo Ramon Esteves, aka Martin Sheen. And I'm going to only give the Trump campaign this brief quarter. And I only want to say that his rally in New York was a very great celebration of ignorance. And it went to prove over and over again that arrogance is ignorance matured. Now to my charge. I'm here in Pennsylvania to support Kamala Harris and Bob Casey because clearly what happens here will determine the fate of the U.S. Senate and the White House. You know, I've been an actor all my life. In fact, I have no conscious memory of ever not being an actor, but while acting is what I do for a living, activism is what I do to stay alive. And I'm often asked how I managed to merge the two, and in fact, for me it was simple, natural progression. Of course, if you grew up in a very large, poor immigrant family, chances are you were either Irish Catholic or Hispanic, and I was lucky enough to be both. So I had a leg up when it came to social justice activism. Both of my parents were immigrants. My mother was from a little town in the middle of the Irish Republic. She was born May 22nd, 1903, in this village called Borrisokane, County Tipperary. My father was born in an equally tiny village in northern Spain, Galicia, in 1898. In fact, July 2nd, the very day the United States declared war on Spain. How unfortunate for Pop. But he was born in this little village called Pararrubia, Salta Revolta. And I've been to both places, and they share the Celtic spirit, and I'm a result of that. My parents had 12 pregnancies. They got married first. And they met in citizenship school. Immigrants used to have to go to citizenship school in those days. And they fell in love. My father did not speak English. His first language was, well, he had two first languages, Spanish and Portuguese. My mother spoke Gaelic and English. She taught him to speak English, and they fell in love. And they married in 1927 in what was called, and is still there, the immigrant church in Dayton, Ohio, called St. Joseph. Remember that St. Joseph is the patron of immigrants. And he led his family into exile in Egypt, and he brought them back safely, so don't mess with San Jose. You know, like all of you, I am involved in this great effort because, like you, I believe in the ever-expanding, inclusive future of America. I believe in the dignity of labor and the sanctity of all life. I believe in the Constitution, and I support the republic that it defines, and this above all. I believe in the sacred bonds that unite us as brothers and sisters in family America. But if what we believe is not costly, we're left to question its value. The Irish tell the story of a man who arrives at the gates of heaven and asks to be let in. St. Peter says, of course, just show us your scars. The man says, I have no scars. St. Peter says, what a pity. Was there nothing worth fighting for? We are rightly called and challenged to find something in our lives worth fighting for, something deeply personal and uncompromising, something that unites the will of the Spirit with the work of the flesh. And when we find that, friends, we will have found fire for the second time. Then we can help lift up this nation and all its people to that place where the heart is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depths of truth and tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sands of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. Dear Father, let our country awake.